Today we're going to talk about 5 stretches that you can use to help your low back pain. Hi, I'm Dr. Crockett and this is Dr. Sanders, and then we have Aubrey, our patient care coordinator, that's going to help assist in these demonstrations today. But low back pain affects typically about 7 out of 10 people at some point during their life, and this is something that impacts 30 million people in the U.S. on a yearly basis. So I think this is something that's relevant for a lot of people, and hopefully these things can help ease your pain. Of course, if it's not helping in that, then obviously you need to seek care and call either your primary care physician, or we would recommend calling a chiropractor to get it checked, because low back pain is one of the major causes to disability in the United States. It's probably the #1 cause of disability even. So today we're going to start off, the first stretch we're going to do is called a knee to chest stretch. So we're going to have Aubrey lay here on her back to demonstrate this. And we're just going to bring one knee. You're going to take this knee up to the chest. You can grab the knee just like she's doing there. And you're really just lying flat on your back, and you want to hold this for about 20 seconds when you're doing this. So this stretch typically stretches into the glutes, into that lower back a little bit, and it's a good way to start when you stretch the back. Now there's a few modifications you can do with this. You can take this knee to the opposite shoulder. You can bring it across to this shoulder here. And again, it's 20 seconds, about 3 times on each leg on this. And then the last modification you can do, you can actually bring both knees up together. And you can do that stretch and hold that for 20 seconds as well. So this is a good one to start with just because it works on that low back. And you can start in a seat, you can be laying in bed even. So if you're waking up, you can go ahead and put your legs down. You can do this before you get out of bed in the morning to start your day if you're struggling with some back pain. So now the next one we're going to do is a figure 4 stretch.
Right, the figure 4 stretch can be done seated, but we're going to show you how to do it laying down or supine. What you want to do is start out laying down just like this and have your feet placed flat on the table or the ground, just like that. We're going to take and we're going to cross this foot over this one, just like that. We're going to have her reach through and interlock her fingers behind her thigh and pull forward just like so. Do you feel that down there in that low back and through that upper glute area? So this you want to hold for about 20 to 30 seconds and do 3 sets of this as well with each leg. When you're done, you can set down and then flip to the other side and repeat.
These are good stretches, like I said, to start with, because you can start in a bed, you can start on a floor, whatever's convenient for you. Now the next one we're going to do, we're going to flip over on your hands and knees. This one a lot of times is called a cat-camel. Some people will refer to it as a cat-cow stretch, but what we typically do with this, you're going to get on your hands and knees and let the back sag down and stretch. Typically you want to hold this for about 4 seconds, and then you're going to arch the back up and you'll hold that for 4 seconds. These are typically done in a cycle, so you might do 10 of these, 10 up and down, just working the back. And this is really good for the disc in the back. You're putting motion through those joints to get some flexibility built in there. And then the next stretch, we're going to come up into a seated position.
This is a great position to start in right after that cat-camel or cat-cow. You want to be sitting back on your heels, just like Aubrey is, and then you want to fold that torso over those knees and reach those palms out. People call this child's or prayer pose or prayer stretch. You should just use this as a relaxing stretch. Hold it for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then relax. There's no need for cycling this or repeating this. This is just kind of let everything melt and relax.
Yeah, this is just kind of one of those things that's a gentle, calming stretch. And then the last one that we're going to do is often referred to as a Piriformis Stretch. So we're going to have you in a seated position with your feet out in front of you here. Actually, you can go the other way too, whichever's convenient. There you go. And so we're going to bring the leg up. You're going to cross this leg over and put the foot flat on the floor here. So this is a key thing where you want to get this flat on the floor. And then you're going to use your arm, kind of bracing yourself with the knee, but you're going to turn the opposite way. So you're turning towards the leg that you've actually bent up, and you're going to hold this for about 20 seconds. You'll feel this stretch through the glute region. You're going to hear a lot of times this piriformis muscle is in the hip, so that's what we're stretching there. But you're also stretching some of the torso muscles with this as well. Again, 20 seconds, 3 times, on each side, just to loosen things up. So a lot of these stretches, they're there to increase flexibility. The more flexibility you have in your back, the less likely you are to have an injury. So these can be even preventative in nature as you're working through these, even if you don't have back pain. But one thing that I would say to watch for is if you're doing these stretches and your complaints are not improving, then it's time to get a doctor involved. it's time to call your chiropractor and get an assessment done. If you don't have one, then give us a call here at Zeal Integrated Health, and we'll be glad to figure out what's going on with your back and see if we can maybe get to the reason it keeps hurting. Maybe an underlying thing, and maybe more than just muscles that are causing these issues. Have a good day.